Namaskar, good evening and swagatam. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome. The World Hepatitis Day is celebrated every year on the 28th of January.
Dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, it's been a useful sessions, and I want to thank all of you for your active participation. Generated during the day will form the basis for our program.
I request our Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished dignitaries, Shri Amitabh Bachchan, Dr. Poonam Khetrapal Singh, and our distinguished dignitaries to kindly light our beautiful traditional lamp and formally inaugurate World Hepatitis Day, please. The diya, when lit, emits light, derives energy. It is this very energy which is a life force which sustains us. Each wick being lit is passed from one to another, symbolizing the sharing of knowledge. Each wick being lit today is a prayer for global peace and solidarity. Our respected members of the press and media to kindly not make sounds in the hall, please. It's a very important day. Let's keep the sobriety of the occasion alive, please. Thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished dignitaries on the stage. I now have the privilege in requesting Dr. Gottfried Henschel, Director HIV Hepatitis.
I am so happy you pledged, and please go as an ambassador. These are the kids, class 6 kids who have made it. Kill it before it kills you. The last part. India is the pharmacy of the world, has the lowest cost of treating hepatitis B and C. I would like Honorable Minister to think to put these drugs in essential drug list. Will we start? I'll give you a small example. Let India lead. We have a national treating HIV. Thank you.
No introduction. However, what you may not know is his engagement with the issue of hepatitis. May I invite Dr. Jayant Bhavre to tell us more about Mr. Bachchan's association with this issue, please.
Dignitaries on dais and my dear friends, I thank WHO and Ministry of Health for bringing this occasion of Hepatitis Day to India. I think Indian subcontinents definitely deserve that because the burden of various forms of hepatitis is so big. I will not go into the details of that. Only thing is hepatitis A and E are basically waterborne, can be prevented by good hygiene. Hepatitis B and C have got a different story to tell. And for that story, one should remember that these are bloodborne diseases, but they are also transmitted from mother to child from the close contacts, what can be called as a horizontal transmission. Awareness among health workers, awareness among mothers, awareness in the family about not discriminating is very important for prevention of that. We have been always talking about hepatitis B, and in this small room that we got here, we got hundreds of people here, but maybe there is a possibility that 2 or 3 of you may be positive for hepatitis B or C, and you are not even aware of that. long time. I requested him, and Mr. Bachchan wholeheartedly said he will do whatever best is possible for prevention of hepatitis B. He doesn't need any introduction. I would just say that, Amit ji, please spare some time, give the time to hepatitis B campaign, convince the concerned ministries to put in the efforts and the money to sustain this campaign for a few years to come. Thank you so much.
Honorable Minister of State, Anupriya Patel ji, distinguished guests on the dais, distinguished guests in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, do pardon my voice. I am trying to overcome a viral infection of cold. I want to thank the organizers today for having invited me here today on this very auspicious occasion when we celebrate the 28th of July as Hepatitis Day. There have been many debates and discussions throughout the day, through various forums and through various speakers. The speakers before me, who are more qualified to talk about hepatitis, have given you many statistics, so it will be futile for me to dwell on them again. I'm here today, ladies and gentlemen, to merely reiterate to you that I am absolutely committed to the cause of hepatitis. And if my face and my voice can propagate what we need to do towards removal, or at least the detection of this terrible disease, I am there with all the agencies that are now committed to work towards this cause. How this all started has a small story which was hinted upon by Dr. Serene in his very emotional appeal here, when he talked about an example of a porter who was denied a job in the Middle East because of the fact that he was diagnosed with hepatitis B. I raised my finger not just to the fact that I happened to play the role of a porter in one of my films, but in 1982, ironically, for the same film, during the course of an action sequence, I injured myself, and there were many bottles of blood that were required for my recovery, including bottles of blood and platelets. It amounted to almost 60. And we had around 200 donors, and I thanked them for it, because had it not been for their contribution, I may not have been standing here in front of you today. But unfortunately, one of the donors was carrying the Australian antigen hepatitis B virus,